So here we are, 2013, January the 6th to be precise, last day of Christmas, or perhaps the first if you're Russian. Anyway, 2013's come in pretty much in the dull fashion that I left it, left 2012. Look at that, dull, grey, misty, and even a touch of drizzle. So, not sure how much filming I'm actually going to get done today. We're down in leafy Berkshire, continuing to finish off the Book 1 walks, this being number 4, approximately 8.5 miles, so it's a short one, circular of Pangbourne. As I say, got a few of Book 1 to finish off. I've actually completed Book 2 now. The main walks anyway, so try and polish off these Book 1 walks over the next few weeks while the days are short, albeit that they are starting to stretch out in the evenings now already, which is excellent news. So 8.5 miles, should be done by around 4:30 before nightfall anyway, so let's press on and see what I can film, if anything. Should just add that it's now 11 o'clock. So once again, stood next to the Thames. I say once again because it's only about 3 or 4 weeks since I was down at Cookham, and clearly the River Thames is still very, very high and flowing very fast. No ice today though, it's quite mild at 10 degrees. Just at the junction here with the Pang on my left, which I've just crossed. Anyway, I did read one walker commenting on the fact that one meadow on this walk was quite flooded, so probably have that fun and games a bit later in the walk. Let's see. Passing the boathouse surgery, which has been cleverly designed as it needs to be, being so close to the Thames, to be raised off the ground. Crossing over the Whitchurch Toll Bridge. Plenty of evidence down there of flooded meadows. Looking back at the boathouse surgery again, and you can clearly see how high the Thames is. Lonely mallard down there. Now stood in Whitchurch on the other side of the bridge, and there's the toll house and the tolls. Quite pricey to get a car over there. Mind you, this is leafy bark, so they can afford it. As I say, now in Whitchurch-on-Thames, where we've been before, on another Pangbourne walk. Now turning left to follow the Thames Path. Interesting. Used to be a public footpath down here by the looks of it. Clearly not passable now. Interesting. Just walked past a property where someone's rehearsing down their tube station at midnight. As you may be able to hear. Now it's interesting because I'm going to see From the Jam in a couple of weeks' time. So that's either Foxton, the Polish singer, whose name I forget, or maybe a tribute band, I don't know. Anyway, this is Whitchurch Church from another angle. Rather a lofty position there for ducks or geese. Information board here just opposite the Greyhound pub about Whitchurch-on-Thames. And I just realised that I filmed this before on the last Pangbourne walk. There is the Greyhound. And on the last walk I came down from that direction. Turn left here, up towards Hartslock's bridleway, which is hopefully where the steps have been replaced, per the feedback I read on the website. 8 of the text, and the scenery is definitely becoming more rural and west country-esque now. Mist still here though. Weather forecast last night, late last night, was that this should clear by noon, allowing a glimpse of sunlight, so let's see. Entrance to Hartslock Farm, where we continue straight on, following these blue arrows. Okay, these are the newly replaced steps at Hartslock Bridleway. So as you can see, definitely here and in position. 9 of the text also refers to 16 steps up the other side, but these obviously haven't been replaced. This slope being deemed to be safe enough. But from what I can see of it in the mist, a rather pleasant view at the top of the step, well, the slope. Entering Hartslock's wood. Here you can see just how misty it is. Not getting any clearer or lifting. Already noticeable that the robins are starting to mark out their territories. Won't be long before they're nesting. And they're the preeminent singers at the moment. Great to have spring just around the corner. Get glimpses of the River Thames down below on my left. This would be a lovely walk if I could see stuff a bit clearer. Well, it's a lovely walk anyway, but there you are. That's the seasons for you. You have to take what nature dishes out. Nice pastoral scene down below there. To descend now, and you can see evidence here of how high the Thames was very recently. It's receding a bit now, but it was very, very high. And as the trees open up a bit here, you can see clear evidence on the far bank of flood. Pillbox on the left referred to in the text. It's been the muddiest section thus far, but nothing to worry about really. It's avoidable as well, the mud, as you can see. 11 of the text still. Thames Path carries on down that way. We divert off up the hill past this beech tree and up to that gate there. But it looks like I've just left Hartslock Nature Reserve. Very pleasant it is as well. Okay, point 12 of the text, having just ascended that steep hill there. And what a fantastic vista this has the potential to be. It's pretty pleasant now, but unfortunately for me, the mist is still here, but very pleasant nonetheless. Very West Country rural feel to this area. Such a shame it's not a typical cold frosty January day. We'd get an excellent view. Instead of which we've got the effects of global warming. You can see the flooded meadow over there as well. Further information board here about Hartslock, telling us about things like the common field grasshopper, silver Y moth, and the green hair streak. And all that kerfuffle in the background is crows trying to ward off a buzzard. Clearly it's a nesting season for crows, and whenever a buzzard approaches overhead, or a kite for that matter down this way, that's what you get. Can't see the offending bird though. He's obviously taken refuge from the masses. Magpies in there as well, as you can hear. Back to Hartslock, point 13 of the text, ascending uphill on the tarmac road. Point 14 of the text, emerging from the wood next to this white gate. There's a footpath to the left which we now take over the stile. Point 16 of the text, having just bypassed Upper Gatehampton Farm, we're now heading towards Great Chalk Wood. I can just sense it brightening up a tad now. 17 of the text, carry on straight ahead down the broader path, now in a predominantly coniferous forest, Great Chalk Wood. Very tranquil in here. I've just heard my first jet of the morning. Surprising that, considering the proximity of Heathrow. Maybe we're not in the flight path here, which is very pleasant. Still as night in here. 18 of the text, continuing on downhill through the wood, and as you can hear, shortly after hearing my first jet, the second one passes overhead. So clearly we're below a turning path here. Otherwise it would be still as night. Point 18 of the text, turn right downhill here. Plenty of beech evident in this part of the wood now. (19) of the text, turn left here, though it doesn't say so in the text, it just says turn 5 degrees. Well, that's down that way. 20 of the text, veer right here, turning gently uphill up there, through a little bit of mud. 20 of the text, very well hidden sign for Bottom House Farm. Onward journeys this way. There's another jet past his overhead. 21 of the text, ascending along the track from Bottom House Farm. 21 of the text still, just emerging from the woodland. Take a left here, up that incline. You see the big the house on the left mentioned in the text up there through the mist, which is still with us, and it's around 12:30 now. and that's the other bridleway on the right, mentioned in the text as well, which you don't take. Lovely song thrush song there. Point 26, emerging into the open field, which is just about visible. If anything, this mist is getting even thicker. Can't see more than what, 200 metres ahead now. What a grey old day, as old Larry Grayson used to say. So here we have in the mist Crays Pond, and I'll just go and film the pub. Here we are, the suggested lunchtime pub in a very misty Crays Pond. Already a week old. I'm going to continue on to the next suggested lunchtime stop because there's no church here. Turning left away from this very busy B road, I must admit, into woodland. This is point 29 of the text now, having just left the B road, following the just about visible white arrows on trees there through this misty woodland. God, what, dear me, what a day for filming. Weatherman got it completely wrong yet again. Should not be like this now. Sun was meant to be poking out at this time, which is around 1 o'clock. This is the muddiest section of the walk thus far, this being a very active forest with tree felling going on actively at the moment, it looks like. See any earth mound, but there is some relatively recently erected new fencing over there, so I'm assuming, although I've just crossed over a track, car wide track at that the onward journey is ahead here to the end of this fencing, and then there'll be another track going to the right after this. Soon find out. Very eerie at the moment with this mist descending. Yeah, a bit of confusion here at point 30. I'm going to take this right lane on my right. Takes me back to the B road anyway. See if it gets me back on track. I have reached the anti-fly tipping barrier as mentioned in the text and the B road, so what I appear to have done seems at this point to be right, and I can see across the road a footpath marker, so we could well be back on track here. And as you'll note, we've now left West Berkshire and are now in South Oxfordshire. At this point I'm going to follow the option to Whitchurch Hill, because later on in the text it refers to a church, which is well worth a visit, and obviously I need my lunch, so let's get cracking. Continuing on through March Builder's Yard, just visible over there through the trees, and the mist. Or pleasant mixed woodland walking. Point 34, the vehicle trailer barrier. Bit of industrial archaeology there. Got the sound of kites up in the air. Can't see them though. They might be in trees, but definitely kites about. Heritage. I guess because of the mist, the call of the kite is the way they stay in touch. Some alpacas, which seem to be popular down here. Remembering my last Pangbourne walk. Certainly a load of kites down here. Something attracting them. There is one. Better view than on the last Cookham walk. Certainly got his eye on me. Even though I'm at maximum range, hence the shaking. There he goes. Nope, still not there. So I'm at the Bridle Way crossing here. The Sun Inn being 180 metres further down. I'm not going to bother filming that. The former well mentioned in point 37 of the text. Okay, taking the Chiltern Way extension across the recreation ground towards the Baptist church, where I plan to have lunch. It's ahead of us there. Plenty of birdsong down here. Excellent. Goldfinches, I believe. Closer view of the church. It's 1:45, so just right timing for lunch. Yeah, unfortunately for me, it is locked. So no storm porch lunches for me today. Unfortunately, I have to sit outside here in the damp. Tompy. This bench here will do very nicely. In loving memory of Alan Jones, 1948 to 2005. I hope he wasn't a Welshman that supports Swansea, because that's where the Arsenal are just about to kick off. In fact, they have done. I'll have to check the situation in a second. I hope it's not going to be tears again, a la Bradford. Now, interestingly, next to this bench is an interesting way of providing water for the graves. Never seen one like that before. Oh, 2:20, lunch has been had. I still don't know the half-time score because I can't get a signal down here. Anyway, very pleasant churchyard that, St John the Baptist. Can't see a Beech Farm sign any longer, but this is definitely the Chiltern Way extension. It's like the old sign's now been moved to the metal kissing gate. Bit further up the drive. Okay, just past the notorious Beech Farm. Luckily I didn't see the dog, but you can certainly hear him. There you go. It's the war memorial over there, referred to in the text. Just coming back into Whitchurch, and I'm now on the elevated footpath above the road. And Michu has just come on for Swansea, been on the pitch 3 minutes, and what's he do? Score. Absolutely unbelievable. Point where we turned off earlier, over there, Modern Artists Gallery, referred to in the text, which is closed on a Sunday. Tracing this morning's steps, now a bit quieter that the Jam tribute band have quietened down. Ironic that as I near the end of the walk, the mist has gone. Contrast this view now with what I saw this morning. Not a great deal. You can see the edge of a towpath down there. Shows how much the banks have been breached. Good resting point. (3:15), now back at Pangbourne, smack in the middle of the hourly train service, so a half-hour wait now. That was a lovely little walk, just right for walking off the excesses of Christmas and New Year, around about 8.5–9 miles. Lots of variety, delightful. So book 1, walk 4 completed, and as I speak, Swansea have just levelled 2-2 now.